Well, there were long lines at polling locations today as New Yorkers voted early for the first time ever in a presidential election. CBS 2's Dave Carlin reports from outside one of those locations, Madison Square Garden.
Voters waited for hours, and they were being let in long after closing time at 4 p.m. because if they were in line by then, they were not turned away. Instead of crowding into this famous venue for some game or concert, thousands waited in line to vote.
There's a feeling of doing your civic duty and being part of something bigger than yourself.
Being out early is, a sign and a symbol for everyone else that, let's get out here and let's do this business.
From Yonkers to Washington Heights to Staten Island, you could easily identify many of the state's 280 voting locations from afar due to the big crowds, with people trying but sometimes failing to remain 6 feet apart while in lines. But inside, we saw extra room and everyone with mandatory face coverings, plus plexiglass panels to protect voters and election staff. We learned of some malfunctioning machines, which delayed some voters. Elections officials said some glitches were to be expected. The art of getting out the vote practiced by some elected officials and community members here, outside the Brooklyn Museum, where we found another long line. A speaker at this rally was New York City's public advocate, mindful some voters trust this in-person way far more than mailing it in.
Get your vote into the system. It will count, and it will be protected.
We come to do what we need to do. That's the vote.
At Brooklyn Museum, Stephanie Spann told us she felt lucky to have this place as her early voting location, one of 88 in the city.
To have the voting at the museum, this is fantastic. Because you wait on the line, you get to see some art.
Spann and others came prepared with folding chairs, books, and more. Police were on hand at every spot we checked, and no major incidents were reported. Voters have until November 1st to cast the early ballots. Outside Madison Square Garden, Dave Carlin, CBS 2 News.